Archangel Michael says, someone of influence, with power in their name and recognition in their face, has set eyes on you in secret. What they have done in the dark is already circling closer, and heaven has opened the scroll so you may know what is unfolding. This is not a story of chance. It is not a rumor passing in whispers, nor an illusion that dissolves in the light of day. This is a thread woven deliberately, by the hands of someone whose face appears in magazines, on screens, and across the voices of millions. A high-profile celebrity has quietly instructed a private investigator to track you. Every step you've taken lately, every movement that felt like a sudden breeze watching from behind, was not imagination. It was part of a planned pursuit, silent, concealed, and intentional. The investigator is skilled. They have been paid to notice details others would miss. They move when you move, they pause when you pause, and they record in silence what the celebrity wishes to know. And though it seems distant, the truth is already knocking at your reality. Type Amen 333 if you feel heaven's shield around you now. They are not following you without a reason. Behind this pursuit, there is something burning, something hidden, something only heaven can unveil to your spirit. This is not about fame admiring you, it is deeper, more unsettling. The eyes of someone with wealth and power are on you, not out of affection but calculation. The investigator is already compiling reports. Names. Locations. Conversations. Even the subtle gestures of your body language. It is being stitched into a file that is not meant for you to see, but that file bears your name in bold letters. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore the signs that press upon you now. This is not random. This is not coincidence. It is a strategy unfolding with a reason that you deserve to know before it is too late. The deeper layer of this pursuit is not yet clear in the open world, but heaven reveals to you that the celebrity is desperate for something. Something you carry, something about you, something unseen by your own eyes but visible to them through envy, fear, or hidden desire. Type Amen 444 if you believe Archangel Michael is already surrounding you with protection. The private investigator does not move like an ordinary follower. They do not wear the disguise of curiosity. They move with intent. They gather whispers of your past, details of your present, and predictions about your future. This is no game of harmless interest, it is a silent storm being prepared behind the curtain. Your privacy is no longer untouched. Your steps are not just your own anymore. Someone is watching, and that knowledge itself carries both danger and opportunity, depending on how you respond to the guidance from above. The presence of this investigator means doors are being tested. They are looking for entries into your life, through people you know, places you frequent, and moments when you are vulnerable. This is not merely a shadow, it is a calculated move designed to reach into your circle. Type Amen 555 if you receive the covering of truth and light over your life right now. This celebrity has power, but their reason for watching you is not righteous. They are afraid of something, threatened by something, or determined to use something you hold without your awareness. It is not a mere fascination. It is a design. The investigator has already traced patterns that even you have not recognized. They have connected pieces, writing them down as a sequence of events, as though your life is being mapped on a secret chart. That chart is now being handed to the one who sent them, and decisions are being made behind closed doors about what to do next. Archangel Michael says, what has been hidden in secrecy will be revealed in clarity. What was whispered in darkness is already being exposed in the light. You are not alone in this moment, heaven walks beside you. The air around you shifts because this pursuit is still active. It has not stopped. It is ongoing. Even now, steps are being traced, and actions are being observed. And though it feels silent, it is loud in the unseen realm. Type Amen 666 if you are ready to break the power of what is following you. This is not an ordinary moment in your life. This is a test, a crossing point, a revelation of how closely shadows try to cling when light is about to shine. The celebrity's motive is still clouded, but the very fact they resorted to this path reveals their true intent. It is not pure. They are not watching from admiration, they are watching to gain. To control. To twist. To manipulate. And yet, what they do not understand is that you are not an ordinary target. You are chosen. You are protected. And what they seek will backfire upon them when the shield of heaven rises around you. Archangel Michael says, the truth that hides behind the polished smiles of the powerful is now creeping toward you. The eyes that appear glamorous in the light of the stage are gazing into your life from the shadows. What they intend will not stay hidden forever, for heaven has decided you must see the threads before they tighten. The presence that circles around you is not ordinary. This is not a stranger in the distance or a passing look from someone curious. This is a deliberate step taken by someone who carries a name known by millions, someone whose image shines brightly yet masks darker intentions. The celebrity has wealth, power, and reach, but beneath the surface they have fear. Fear of losing control. Fear of you knowing something. Fear of being exposed by what only your existence stirs in their path. And so, they hired eyes that are not their own to walk behind you. The private investigator has begun their work already. They have studied your patterns, your connections, your habits. They are assembling fragments of your life into a picture meant for the one who paid them, and that picture is being examined in secret. Type Amen 777 now to surround your steps with divine light. This is not a pursuit of admiration, it is a pursuit of purpose. The celebrity is not watching you out of love or curiosity, but because of a hidden agenda they are unwilling to reveal openly. They are moving in silence because they do not want you to know what they fear most: exposure. Reports are being compiled. Conversations you had in passing, visits you made without attention, even the smallest details of your routines are being noted. The investigator is skilled at connecting threads you would not suspect were important. The file already has grown thicker than you can imagine. It contains fragments of your personal world, names of people you've spoken to, traces of places you've visited, even the way you move when you think no one is watching. And all of it has been placed in the hands of someone whose smile on screen is not the same as their face in secret. Archangel Michael says, the ones who move in shadows believe their steps are unseen. But nothing escapes the sight of heaven. What was hidden behind fame's veil is already reaching its end, and truth will cover you like a shield. Type Amen 222 if you are ready for the shield to surround your house and your name. The investigator has not stopped with observing your movements. They have also begun to test your boundaries. They approach places connected to you, quietly speaking to others as if gathering simple details, but every word is stored, every phrase added to the report. Behind closed doors, the celebrity is analyzing these updates. They are comparing what they know to what they want, trying to align their next step. Their reason is tied not only to curiosity but to a fear that something you carry will break their image. This is why you feel a strange shift in your atmosphere. The uneasiness, the sensation of eyes that do not blink, the moments when silence feels heavy, it is because this pursuit is ongoing, real, and growing. Every passing day, more is being collected. Type Amen 999 if you choose to break the chain of monitoring that has been placed on you. The celebrity believes this will remain their secret. They believe no one will know. They believe their money and status protect them from exposure. But what they do not realize is that the unseen realm has already revealed their intent, and the truth is slipping into your awareness. The investigator is not acting alone. They are backed by resources, supported by systems, and driven by instructions to uncover what even you may not know about yourself. This is not just a matter of observation, it is an invasion into your life's unseen map. The file is expanding beyond the boundaries of logic. It now includes things you thought were insignificant, gestures, expressions, and words spoken in private. These are being shaped into a narrative that will be delivered to the celebrity with precision. Archangel Michael says, "Fear not the eyes of those who seek to control, for they cannot pierce through the shield of the Most High. They may attempt, but their attempts will scatter. They may follow, but their pursuit will fail." Type Amen 111 now to seal your name in divine light. The celebrity's motive is layered. On the surface, it appears as though they are curious about you. But beneath that surface lies a storm, a reason they do not want uncovered, a truth they are desperate to keep hidden from the world, and somehow, you are the key that threatens to expose it. The investigator is their tool. Every step you take, every move you make, is being written in secret ink. They believe they can control the story, but heaven is already rewriting their plan in your favor. Even now, discussions are taking place in rooms you have not entered. Your name is being spoken in hushed tones. Your presence is being measured as though you are a risk to their empire, and they are preparing ways to act before you see what they fear you will find. Type Amen 888 if you are ready to break the hand of every secret plan against you. The pressure around you is not accidental. The shadow is not simply wandering, it has a direction, a focus, and an instruction. The investigator has been told exactly where to look, exactly what to find, and exactly how to stay unseen. Your life is no longer unfolding privately. What was once your space of silence has been penetrated by eyes trained to never miss a detail. The ordinary comfort of anonymity has been stolen, replaced by a network of invisible threads tugging around you. The celebrity waits for updates in secret. They appear calm in front of cameras, smiling, laughing, and performing for their audience. But behind closed doors, their mind is restless, fueled by the reports arriving about you. The investigator is not only following, they are predicting. They move ahead of your path, they anticipate where you will go next, and they shape their strategies to ensure you never sense them fully. Yet, what they fail to realize is that heaven has already revealed their scheme. Type Amen 1212 if you stand under the light that no shadow can touch. This pursuit is not temporary. It has been planned for longer than you may realize. Someone with influence spent time deciding how to weave this net around your life, and the moment you stepped into certain spaces, the watch began. Now, layers are unfolding. What seems normal on the surface is carefully being documented as evidence, not for truth, but for control. The purpose is not to learn, it is to use. The investigator has mapped out your routines. They know where you linger the longest, who you spend time with, and what times you are most vulnerable. It is not curiosity driving them, it is preparation. Archangel Michael says, when the powerful turn their gaze toward you in secrecy, it is because they know something about you that even you have not seen yet. They sense your rising light, and they fear what it will uncover in them. Type Amen 1010 if you choose to stand in your rising light now. The file now carries more weight. It is no longer just notes, it includes recordings, images, and traces of your movements. Every piece is stitched together into a narrative meant to shape perception about you. The celebrity's influence ensures that this file is not left idle. They study it, interpret it, and plan their actions accordingly. In their mind, this is not a simple observation, it is a shield to protect themselves from something connected to you. But what they fail to recognize is that truth cannot be caged forever. No matter how tightly they grip the reports, no matter how carefully they instruct the investigator, the cracks are already forming. Heaven is shaking their foundation, and your awareness is part of that exposure. Type Amen 3030 if you feel the cracks of exposure already beginning. The investigator's footsteps are cold. They blend into spaces as though they are invisible, but their presence lingers in the air around you. They are not far, they are close enough to hear the pulse of your environment. Your house, your work, your path, all have been touched by their shadow. They circle quietly, ensuring no trace of their existence remains visible to the ordinary eye. But the spirit within you feels it, and that is why your unease has grown heavier. The celebrity watches and waits. Every report fuels their obsession, driving them deeper into a pursuit that they cannot stop. They are entangled in their own trap, believing control is within reach, when in truth, the web is tightening around them instead. Archangel Michael says, you are not the one in danger of collapse, they are. Their plan against you will become their undoing, and every eye they paid to follow you will soon turn away in failure. Type Amen 4545 if you receive the promise of their downfall. The investigator has crossed lines already. They have approached people in your circle, pretending to be harmless, but their words carried hidden hooks. They are piecing together testimonies, hoping to discover a secret they can use against you. Those closest to you may have noticed small shifts. Strange inquiries, unexpected interest, casual conversations that felt slightly off, all of these are fragments of the plan. They are reaching through others because they cannot break through you directly. The celebrity's fear grows with every page of the report. They are not satisfied with what they have, because what they truly seek is not written in the pages, it is hidden in your destiny. Their obsession is less about your present and more about your future. And yet, the more they try to control, the more unstable their own foundation becomes. What they are building in secret is beginning to shake, because truth cannot be buried forever. Type Amen 7171 if you declare that their plans will scatter like dust. The file grows heavier each passing day. The investigator keeps stacking it with fragments of your life, threads carefully tied together as if weaving a story you never agreed to write. But behind every page, the weight of their intent grows darker. The celebrity believes they are untouchable. They smile under bright lights, adored by crowds, yet in silence they are consumed with fear. They believe that by watching you closely, they can control what threatens them. The investigator has gone further than simple observation. They have begun tracing your digital footprints, noting patterns, recording timings, and connecting your unseen activities. What you thought was hidden has already been collected in silence. The presence around you is not imagination, it is a network of invisible strings being pulled with purpose. They want to get ahead of you, but they do not understand that the one guarding you moves faster than their steps. Type Amen 50-50 if you feel those strings breaking right now. The reports are filled with secrets. Even things you thought no one had noticed are now lying in folders, categorized and labeled. It feels invasive, because it is meant to unsettle your spirit. The celebrity studies these details as if they are pieces of treasure. They believe power lies in information, and they believe your information holds the key to their survival. But the more they collect, the more unstable they become. The investigator's job is no longer just professional, it is personal. They have become entangled in the obsession of the one who hired them, moving with more intensity, chasing your shadow with relentless precision. Archangel Michael says, "Their eyes may follow, but they cannot touch the destiny sealed upon you. Their steps may chase, but they cannot enter the door that belongs to you alone." Type Amen 60-60 if you know that your door is sealed with light. The celebrity's obsession grows deeper. They read the reports late at night, circling the same sentences, staring at the same photographs, searching for something that does not exist. What they are chasing is not in your actions, it is in your calling. The investigator tries to present themselves as invisible, but their energy leaks. Sometimes you feel the heaviness in the air, the subtle weight pressing against you. That weight is the shadow of their monitoring. Every update they send only fuels the celebrity's paranoia. Instead of calming their fears, it sharpens them. Instead of satisfying their curiosity, it drives them further into darkness. And now, decisions are being whispered in their private meetings. Your name is being discussed not as a person, but as a factor in their survival. Type Amen 78-78 if you declare your name untouchable. The investigator has tested limits already. They have stepped closer, pushing the edge of distance, daring to see how much they can uncover without being caught. Their confidence is growing because of the money behind them. Yet, confidence built on shadows does not last. Every step they take against you is already being recorded in a higher book, one not written by human hands. Their file on you may be thick, but heaven's file on them is heavier. The celebrity does not know how close they are to collapse. They believe the reports protect them, but they are digging their own grave with every page. They do not realize they are building a trap for themselves. Archangel Michael says, "The hunter becomes the hunted, the watcher becomes the exposed, and the one who stalks becomes the one surrounded." What they created will turn back upon them. Type Amen 99-99 if you know their trap will not hold you. The investigator's silence is not harmless. Their presence lingers in places you least expect, like a shadow sliding across your path. They are near, even when unseen. The celebrity pays them more with each passing week, desperate for progress, desperate for answers. Their obsession blinds them to reason. They are willing to risk exposure themselves, just to keep following you. The file is now more than information, it is a weapon. It is being sharpened, shaped, and prepared for use. Yet even as it grows, it carries cracks within it that will split open soon. Type Amen 3232 if you believe no weapon formed against you will succeed. The investigator's steps are colder now. They do not simply follow, they anticipate. They arrive before you, waiting silently, hidden in corners you would never think to check. The celebrity grows more restless with each report. Their world of cameras and flashes is beginning to blur, replaced by an obsession that no stage can satisfy. They think of you more than they think of themselves. The file they hold with your name is now a secret archive. It has grown thick, filled with images, recordings, and notes meant to capture every thread of your being. They flip through it as if each page brings them closer to what they fear and desire most. The silence around you is alive because of them. Their gaze is heavy, though it comes from the shadows. Their pursuit is no longer simple surveillance, it is becoming a chain meant to bind your freedom. Type Amen 1414 if you declare every chain around you broken. The investigator is skilled at vanishing. They step into places without leaving footprints. They slip out before anyone notices they were there. But even in their silence, they make mistakes. Their eyes linger too long, their presence presses too hard, and the unseen realm records every move they make. Nothing escapes what is being written above. The celebrity believes money makes them untouchable. They believe fame hides their secrets. But their mask is cracking under the weight of their own fear. Archangel Michael says, their shadow cannot overshadow your light. Their fear cannot rewrite your destiny. Their pursuit cannot erase your name from the scroll of truth. Type Amen 5757 if you know your name is sealed in truth. The file is being guarded closely. It is not stored carelessly, it is hidden in safes, carried in private, spoken of only in whispers. That is how much weight it carries for them. Each time the investigator delivers new information, the celebrity grows more uneasy. Instead of clarity, they find confusion. Instead of peace, they find torment. They hope to control you through knowledge, but knowledge has turned into poison for them. They see pieces of your life they cannot understand, and it frightens them. What they read does not weaken you, it weakens them. Now, their obsession has shifted into desperation. Their steps are driven not by curiosity anymore, but by the dread of what your existence means to theirs. Type Amen 4343 if you choose to stand firm as their fear deepens. The investigator knows they are moving dangerously close to exposure. They have crossed into boundaries most would never dare. But greed fuels their persistence, and fear fuels their silence. The celebrity feeds this obsession with their wealth. They pour out resources, desperate for results. But every resource they give away only digs them deeper into the pit they cannot escape. Your name is not just being studied, it is being guarded as though it were the answer to their survival. The weight of your presence has shifted their entire focus. You have become the center of their hidden storm. Archangel Michael says, they did not choose you by accident. They chose you because your very existence shakes the shadows they built their empire on. Type Amen 3535 if you believe their empire cannot stand against you. The investigator circles closer still. Their silence grows sharper, their tactics bolder. They want more than fragments, they want the whole of you mapped out. But what they do not know is that they are walking into exposure. The closer they step, the more visible they become. The more they reach, the faster their threads unravel. The celebrity is blinded by obsession. They cannot see the walls of their own life closing in. They cannot see the trap they have built for themselves, tightening with every payment they make. Type Amen 9696 if you know their trap is becoming their downfall. The investigator no longer feels like a distant shadow. They are close now, circling within the spaces that once felt safe to you. Their silence is sharp, and their eyes are fixed with unnatural patience. The celebrity clings to every update. They demand details, no matter how small, as though each word carries the answer to their hidden fears. Their need is growing into an uncontrollable hunger. The file is a mirror they cannot look away from. It reflects pieces of your life, but what disturbs them most is not what they see, it is what they cannot explain. Every unexplained detail becomes another reason to tighten their grip. They are convinced that watching you is the only way to protect themselves. They do not see the futility of it. They do not see how their obsession is already consuming them. Type Amen 8080 if you know their obsession cannot touch your life. The investigator pushes further into spaces unseen. They use connections, false names, and clever disguises. They move like smoke, slipping through cracks, recording without hesitation. But even smoke leaves a trace. Their movement creates ripples in your world. Those ripples are the unease you have felt, the heaviness that lingers when the room should feel light. The celebrity waits for those ripples. They lean over the reports, searching for a sign that their control is working. But what they find is only confusion, because you do not move as they expect. Archangel Michael says, they cannot calculate your path, for your steps are guided by hands they cannot see. They cannot predict your moves, for your destiny is not written by them. Type Amen 6767 if you believe your path is untouchable. The reports are piling into towers of paper and screens of digital evidence. Every detail the investigator gathers feels valuable to the celebrity, but the truth is slipping through their fingers like sand. They see information, but they cannot interpret the essence of who you are. The investigator grows frustrated. They are trained to break puzzles, but you are not a puzzle, they cannot fit you into their framework. Their skills are failing in the face of your unseen covering. The celebrity does not realize this. They only see the surface, believing they are winning. They do not notice the invisible barrier that stops their eyes from seeing the truth. And so they push harder, investing more, reaching deeper, yet unknowingly dragging themselves toward the edge of exposure. Type Amen 9191 if you know their deeper push will lead to their collapse. The investigator begins to feel the weight of their task. Nights grow heavier, their mind restless. They cannot shake the feeling that they are watching someone who cannot be watched. The celebrity refuses to let go. They call for updates at odd hours, demanding answers to questions no one can answer. Their desperation grows with each report they cannot understand. The file has become their secret obsession. It lies hidden in drawers, carried in locked bags, opened only in solitude. Yet no matter how tightly they hold it, it brings them no peace. Archangel Michael says, "What they hold against you will slip through their fingers. What they build in silence will break in the open. What they guard will betray them." Type Amen 4848 if you declare their silence cannot bind you. The investigator has touched doors they were never meant to open. They whisper to those connected to you, pretending curiosity, hiding their true reason. But even those whispers cannot break your shield. The celebrity reads the words but misses the truth. They see movements but do not see the spirit guiding you. They are blinded by their fear and driven by their pride. The file grows thicker, heavier, darker. But instead of power, it brings confusion. Instead of control, it brings cracks. And now the cracks are spreading. The pressure they created is beginning to recoil against them. Type Amen 1313 if you receive the promise of reversal.